Hi, pre-K friends. It's me, Mrs. Smith and Earl. Wait a second. Where's Earl? You'll have to help me find him. He's not in his house. He's not in his bed. I think I know where he is. He might be in his favorite quiet place. Follow me. I'll get him. Yes, scholars, here he is. He is in the tent. That is one of his favorite quiet places in our home. And he's reading a book. He loves to read books in his quiet place. Earl, come on, Earl. Bring Earl over here. Yes, Earl. Yeah. He said he was sorry, scholars. He didn't know that we were going to spend this time together, but he's so excited that we get to share this time. He said hello for pre-K friends. Yes. So I'll put him here. And before we get started, scholars, I thought we can start off by singing a song about our feelings, okay? It's the Happy and You Know It song. So if you remember the song, I want you to join along with Earl and I, okay? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my, oh my. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my, oh my. If you're surprised and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're surprised and you know it, say, oh my, oh my. If you're sad and you know it, rub your eyes. Ooh, ooh. If you're sad and you know it, rub your eyes. Ooh, ooh. If you're sad and you know it, and you really ought to show it. If you're sad and you know it, rub your eyes. Boo hoo. If you're scared and you know it, shiver and shake. If you're scared and you know it, shiver and shake. If you're scared and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're scared and you know it, shiver and shake. If you're sleepy and you know it, close your eyes. Shh. If you're sleepy and you know it, close your eyes. Shh. If you're sleepy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're sleepy and you know it, close your eyes. Shh. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're angry and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're angry and you know it, stomp your feet. But pre-K friends, we don't ever want to end our day with being angry. We know that feelings can change. So let's end it with happy, okay? Let's sing it really fast together. Here we go. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then you really ought to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Woo! That was so much fun, scholars. Thank you. Oh my, I'm so happy. I really miss these times together. So I'll start, friends, what we're going to do today. Remember, we always talk about healthy feelings, right? And relationships. And we also talk about what to do when feelings are not so healthy, okay? And relationships are not so healthy. So today we're going to learn a new word, and I'll tell you what the word means. We will read a book, and then I'll share a really fun activity and maybe an assignment for you to do at home, okay? The first thing we want to do together is look at a word. This word here, scholars, I'll give you a hint, okay? If you know the word, you can shout it out. If you said quiet, scholars, kiss your brain. This is quiet, friends. So let's go over the letters from left to right, just like we do in the classroom. I'll say the letters first, and then you can say the letters. Q, U, I, E, T. I say, you say. It's your turn now. Quiet. Good job, scholars. Quiet. Quiet. There's so many times throughout our day that we are quiet. Quiet means making little sound or noise, or making no sound or noise at all. Okay? So today we're going to read a book, and I want you to think about if you were ever quiet. Do you share the same experience as the characters in our book? And just like always, scholars, I'm going to read the words to the book, and then I will show you the pictures. I'll use my electric magnifier because it's going to be a little difficult for Mrs. Smith to see, okay? So, the name of our book today is called The Quiet Book. The Quiet Book is written by Deborah Underwood and illustrated by Renata Lewiska. There are many kinds of quiet. First one, awake quiet. Jelly side down quiet. Don't scare the robin quiet. Others telling secrets quiet. Coloring in the lines quiet. Bet they're really concentrating here. Uh-oh. Thinking of a good reason you were drawing on the wall quiet. Hide and seek quiet. You definitely want to be quiet because if you say anything, you wouldn't be hiding anymore. Last one to get picked up from school quiet. Swimming under the water quiet. And you definitely couldn't talk while you're underneath the water. Can you think about another time where you just really couldn't say anything at all? Those are great ideas. What about eating? You definitely don't want to say anything when you're eating, right? Pretending you're invisible quiet. Lollipop quiet. I don't think I would be saying anything if I had a lollipop. They're so yummy. First look at your new hairstyle quiet. Sleeping sister quiet. Shh. Right before you yell, surprise! Quiet. Making a wish quiet. Scholars, let's count to 3 and make a wish, okay? I'm gonna count to 3, and when I am done with 3, I want you to just make a quiet wish, okay? Are we ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Are you done with your wish? Okay, let's move on. Top of the roller coaster quiet. Best friends don't need to talk quiet. Surprise visit from Aunt Tilly quiet. Do iguanas bite? Quiet. A little curious, maybe a little scared there, right? Before the concert starts, quiet. Try not to hiccup, quiet. First snowfall, quiet. Car ride at night, quiet. Too many bubbles quiet. Story time quiet. And you're being quiet now listening to this story. Tucking in Teddy quiet. Bedtime kiss quiet. What flashlight quiet? Sound asleep quiet. The end. That's the quiet book, scholars. So I want you to think. Do you have a quiet place at home? And if you do have a quiet place, what do you like to do in that quiet place? Where is that quiet place? Okay? I want to make sure that when you scholars are at home, you take time to have your quiet time. Okay? It's very important for you. Remember how we read the book, The Many Colored Days by Dr. Seuss? And how we learned that feelings can go like this. They can go up, they can go down, and they can just be all over crazy, right? So in order for you to take care of yourself while you're at home, I want to make sure that you find a quiet place at home. There's so many different places that I'm sure you can find in your house. I'll show you some in my home. I showed you the tent where Earl likes to hide. We'll look at that one again. You can just take the tent, maybe have a cozy little blanket or book, while you're in your quiet place. Otherwise, if you don't have a tent in your home, it's okay. I'll show you how to use a sheet, okay? I just have a sheet here. Just any kind of sheet, just a regular old sheet. And maybe you can take the sheet and you can throw it over the table, right? Like this. Earl does like this one sometimes too, just because of the way our table is made. And then you can put like a little pillow in there so that you can be cozy, right? Maybe you want to read a book, maybe you want to color quietly. And then what we did in our home is we put a little light underneath the table. Now you can use any kind of little light, like a colored light, just like that. And you just crawl in there and you sit, scholars. Okay, that's one idea. But there's so many. Maybe parents don't let you go underneath the table. Maybe you can have a quiet place in your room. Maybe sitting on a couch, or maybe on the corner in between your couches, maybe in your closet. Maybe you want to be creative and make one, just like how we made Earl houses with boxes. Maybe you can create your own quiet place at home and decorate it with color crayons or markers. Wherever you choose to have your quiet place, I want to make sure that you talk to your families first so they know where you are in your quiet place. When you're in your quiet place, scholars, I want you to try to stay there at least 30 minutes, okay? So that you can take care of yourself. I say, you say. I can take care of myself. Good job, scholars, okay? So Earl and I are going to take off, but I really want you to have fun today. Talk to your families about creating a quiet place. It's going to help everyone at home, not just you, but it will help mommies, daddies, brothers, grandmas, dogs, everyone. It's so important that we do take time to be quiet so we can relax and calm our bodies, okay? So I will see you next week. Goodbye, scholars. Earl said goodbye, scholars. Bye.